Monstrous fiend! I'm not ready.
What's up, guys? We're here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are finally done with our Blood Mage Arc build, and now we're moving on to Warrior, and we're doing the Forge Hammer or the Fire Thor build. So today is day one. I'm in Act 3. I'm level 40, so I kind of wanted to bring you guys the start of the leveling build that I'm using for Warrior, so that way we can get to map, so I can show you guys a real Fire Thor fissure kind of build for this. I was really hesitant on using Forge Hammer because of the cooldown that you have to have in combination with your War Cries, but we're going to be able to use this and it's going to be fun. We're going to be using Leap Slam. So I just wanted to take you through and just show you everything that we have for the build. As you guys saw a little bit in the intro there, just kind of how the build works through the leveling process. If you guys are new to Warrior, Warrior is by far one of the best leveling characters in the game for the campaign. So I'm going to show you what I have. Let's go ahead and break down the gear first. Now, before we get into the weapon, because through the campaign, the weapon is the most important item, I'm just going to take you through all the gear. Again, all this stuff will be in a POB as well as on Mobalytics. So if you guys want to follow along, feel free. So in pretty much all the gear pieces, you're just looking for armor, life, and resistances, maybe some strength, maybe a little bit of dexterity to use certain skills and support gems. But otherwise, you're really just looking for life, resistances, strength, and then like damage to attacks, because we are a melee build and using regular attacks or slams. So anything that has like flat damage to attacks is really, really good. So anything like this is great. And then, of course, make sure you get movement speed on your armor. But you guys can see here, it's just resistances, life. And then probably outside of the weapon is your gloves is the next most important piece, because you want to have attack speed. You want to have attack speed on here because by natural, like by default, the warrior attacks extremely slow, and in the passive tree, we have stuff that makes us like attack even slower to deal more damage. So getting attack speed on your gloves as well as your weapon is very, very important. So on your gloves, the main thing is definitely attack speed, and then you can get anything else like armor, life, resistances, or you know, damage per hit, or like gain life per enemy hit with attacks, which is great, etc. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon. This is the most important piece. I'm using a two-hander, although with the new block mechanics in the game, if you would prefer to use a one-hander plus a shield, you can 100% do that. Just make sure that the one-handed warhammer or one-handed club or whatever you're using, mace, has similar stats. The main stats that you want to get, guys, is percent increased physical damage, adds to physical damage, as well as increased attack speed. These are the three most important affixes on your weapon. Anything else is fine, doesn't matter what it is. If you got more cold damage like I have, or lightning or fire damage, the gain grants life and mana per enemy hit, killed, all that stuff doesn't really matter. Anything extra is fine, but as long as you have increased fizz, adds to fizz, and attack speed, you are good to go. And then once you actually get some runes, then you can add the increased physical damage even more so on your weapon. This will carry you through the game. So very, very important. Roughly, you want to upgrade your weapon every 10 to 12 levels if you can. You can try to find one. Crafting is very, very easy in this game, even through the campaign. You know, and even though I have a lot of gold, I was still going through this with items I just find and then just try to craft with the currency that I have found through the campaign, so I'm not just using like twink gear and stuff like that. That way you guys have a little bit more of a realistic point to go off of if you're following this along. Okay, next let's go into the skills. All right, so as boring as it seems, which is my only real grudge with the warrior, is through the campaign we're mainly going to be using Mace Strike. I haven't even added my third support gem to it yet, but Mace Strike is pretty much going to be one of your main attacks, okay? Mace Strike is going to deal a lot of damage. It's going to help build up stun, so that way we can use Bone Shatter. When you're first starting through the game, you're going to be using your basic attack as well as Rolling Slam to kind of initiate your stuns, and then with Rolling Slam, you're going to use Bone Shatter. Now, for those who don't know, I'm going to go ahead and throw Rolling Slam on here. So in order for Rolling Slam to really work, what you want to do is you want to animation cancel right there. So after you hit the initial smash, then you want to just use your Bone Shatter, as an upgrade. Otherwise, you are just going to roll and it takes too long and you won't be able to get that bone shatter right after you hit them to make them stunned. So make sure that you do that when you're initially going through your character. Now, once you get through like partway through Act 2 and you unlock Leap Slam is going to be your main skill that you're going to be using. Leap Slam is going to give us a lot of damage. It's going to create these fissures, which is really, really nice. It applies a crap ton of stun, so that way we can use Bone Shatter just to nuke the entire screen. So that's going to be the main stuff here. You want rapid attacks with Rage on Mace Strike, because as you're swinging, you're just going to build up. It's going to be your main move that you use for all the bosses. Now, I will say, once you get towards the end of Act 1, you can use Perfect Strike if you want on bosses. It's really, really strong. I didn't use it because I just used Mace Strike. It was fine. But if you want to use Perfect Strike, feel free. I won't have that listed down in the POB, but if you want to, go ahead. On Bone Shatter, the only things you need through the entire campaign is Impact Shockwave as well as Magnified Area. This just gives us a big AoE, and then this causes an Aftershock, which gives us those explosions on the enemy. Forge Hammer, I rarely use this. This is really not a super good skill to use in the campaign. Unfortunately, it's just okay. You'd much rather just use your basic attack, but it does have some merit. Like if I throw my hammer, we're going to deal some damage here, which is great. Then we can activate a War Cry, and then you can see there's the Bone Shatter for just to nuke the screen, right? Like it just nukes everything. So like you can use Forge Hammer in combination of a War Cry to kind of help with some damage, especially on bosses. Otherwise, just use your Mace Strike and it will be fine. Although on bosses, we will talk about Earth Shatter because it is incredibly powerful. After those, on Forge Hammer, you want Fist of War into Execute, and then when you get a Lesser Jewel, you want to do Branching Fissures, which is great. Leap Slam, you want to start off with Brink and Crater, which is going to help on landing to create those 3 fissures that you see here. And then Rapid Attack as soon as you get a next level. I haven't added a 4th yet because I don't know what to put in. But I will add something shortly. I don't know. I'll update it in the POB. Next, we got Infernal Cry. This is going to be our first cry. We're Raging Cry. Just is going to add some extra damage and to help trigger to create some fissures here, which is really nice. I use this in combination with the Forge Hammer and as well as on bosses. So you hit that little combination there. You throw this down on a boss, you ignite it, and then you just swing away, and a few swings will be at the point where you can use Earth Shatter and then they're stunned. It's a great combo. Now for our 2 spirit skills, the first one that you're going to get is Herald of Ash. This is going to be great. That you just use this. It just helps with the ignite and overall kill damage, which is fantastic. Our next one we're going to get when you get into Act 3 is going to be the Scavenged Plating. This is just going to give you more armor, so a little bit more survivability, which is nice. Put on Prolonged Duration, so that way it just lasts a little bit longer. Now, through the campaign in the early stages, Shockwave Totem is really good with Overabundance and Execute. This is just going to be great. You just throw down, or excuse me, I don't even have it up. You just throw these totems down, right? It just adds some extra shock. I mean, in the very early stages, you get this, you know, like right after the first few quests in Act 1. It's fine, but I just found myself rarely using it because monsters move and then they're out of the way from the Shockwave Totem, and it just didn't really work. It was more beneficial against a boss when they don't move too much, so I rarely use this, and I don't even use it anymore. As you guys saw, it wasn't even on my skill bar. You know, I had to just put it on. And then Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter is the new one that I really like to use. This is basically just replacing Shockwave Totem. So Earth Shatter, we're going to put on Branching Fissures, Close Combat, and then Rapid Attacks so we can cast it faster. This will absolutely nuke bosses, okay? I'm going to show you guys a clip here in just a minute, but it nukes bosses. So the whole idea here is when you first get into a boss and they're kind of loading before you can hit them, you just drop down a bunch of fissures, and then you throw your hammer, you activate your War Cry, it explodes all the fissures, and you nuke the boss. It is so good through the campaign, so that way, like, instead of just using your Mace Strike on a boss, you can apply this combo, and then you can just swing on them if they're not dead yet. It should only be a couple more hits and they'll die. I'll show you on a boss in just a moment. All right, guys, we're here. We're going to fight this Pool of Depravity, this stupid Queen of Filth. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what to do. We're going to kind of... She's gonna flip out here, but we're gonna put a bunch of these down.
sooner take your head.
And you see we nuke her for a bunch of damage.
Come here.
And then she's already stunned. We're going to put a lot more down.
I need more time.
Stuck in the corner. Oh, we had to dodge her. Why is she stuck in the corner? Get out of here.
I'm not ready.
There we go. Oh my God, she's stunning me. She's stunned again. Warrior is just so easy to fight bosses with. I know that's not the most incredible thing, guys, but that's basically how you fight the bosses in the game with Earthshatter. It's really, really nice and rewarding. But yeah, guys, that's it. But yeah, guys, these are all the skills. Now, let's go ahead and get into the passive tree and ascendancy. I am doing Titan. The first 2 points that I took was Stone Skin for more survivability. We eventually will be going up to Hulking Form because 50% increase in small nodes is amazing. So our next 2 ascendancies will fill this out. But let's go ahead and get in here. I will have a step-by-step in the mobalytics and as well as the POB. So we're first coming down. We're going to grab Brutal for more stun buildup. We're grabbing Reverberating Impact for increased armor and area of effective attacks. This does include your basic attack. Smash for more damage, especially against heavy stunned. Then we're going to come up here because we attack so slow. We are going to do increased skill speed. So we do get a little bit of life cost, but it's so little, like 3, 2... Like, it's just absolutely nothing. You just don't even see it. We're also taking Burning Strikes for more extra fire damage. We come down and we're going to take the Anchor because it looks like an anchor. We're taking everything for Shockwaves for increased area of effect if you've stunned an enemy. And then also Singular Purpose. This reduces our attack speed, which is why we want to have increased attack speed on our weapon and gloves. But we get more stun buildup, so we stun them faster, allowing us to do Bone Shatter. And we do more damage. 40% is crazy. I don't have a jewel yet. Still trying to find one. Next, we got Crushing Verdict for reduced attack speed again. Increased stun buildup and attack damage. It's a huge amount. Then we're going to come up. We want to come grab this first. Tribal Fury for strikes deals splash damage. So, and then this gives us a bunch of increased area of attacks. This is for all of our skills, which just for Leap Slam, Bone Shatter, swinging with our basic attack. It's so good. It allows us to help clear the screen even better. Then we're grabbing a Split the Earth for chance for mace skills to cause aftershocks. And then we're going to grab this extra node here, I believe, just for some more damage. I don't think I need any more stun buildup, so this is going to be the last point there. So this is where we're at level 30. This has worked out very, very well for me. I think my next points after grabbing this one, I'll have in the POB. I'm going to come down here and grab more armor, a little bit more survivability, and mainly to get Restless because the 0.5% of maximum life, because we are taking all strength nodes. The only reason I have these dexterity nodes here is to use some of our rapid attacks. I don't have a gear piece to give me dex yet. When that happens, I will swap these back to strength. But because we're taking strength everywhere, our life is going to be fine. So we are good to go. So yeah, guys, that is the build. Let me know what you guys think. This is day 1. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And then if you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff, please let me know. I'll try to answer them. But yeah, this build is very, very fun. You just kind of just nuke everything. You see the splash effects. And it's just really, really fun. The only thing that really sucked about playing Warrior is that you just attack so slow. And it really, you know, like if you get hit a couple times and then stunned, like it's really punishing. So you got to be able to kind of navigate the character a little bit. Make sure when you're leap slamming, you're using rolls or you're using attacks. Same thing when you're coming out of a sprint. Make sure you immediately attack. It'll just help the flow of the character and build feel so much better. So yeah, guys, like and comment. Don't forget to do all that good stuff. And as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.